channel is changing directions. Yes, once again, but please hear me out. I'm going back to my roots of who I used to be, full of life, and creating the content that brought me so much joy. Anything and everything to do with the Hallyu movement. I started making videos for YouTube back in 2005, and since then, I've changed my content many times based on my interest and hobbies at the moment. I started producing Korea-related content back in 2009 because I was an avid fan of the movement led by Girls' Generation, SHINee, Big Bang, Seven, Super Junior, Korean dramas, Korean food, Korean movies, oh, you name it. The funny thing is, I liked K-pop when it wasn't even mainstream yet. Oh my gosh. My relationship with K-pop actually started with one time God HOT back in the 90s when I was in elementary school. Anyways, fast forward, eventually I was a featured guest for KCON in its early days, helping promote K-pop, and there might even be some of you who remember this era of my life. This is when I was happiest and when I was living my best life. Being fascinated with K-pop in its early days and as a young boy, I always wanted to be like the idols and actors that I looked up to. So that inspired me to pursue my talents in Korea, and unfortunately things didn't work out and I didn't take it too well. I became a mess, inside and out. But you know how sometimes in life time heals? Well, that's exactly what happened. I'm no longer disappointed or sad that I never made it in Korea. And it made me realize that turning my back on the movement that brought me so much joy is a bad recipe. K-dramas and K-pop have helped me through some of my darkest hours. It's, for lack of a better terms, healing in a sense. It's magical. And I forgot about how therapeutic it can really be. Please don't judge me. As silly as it might sound, for this comeback onto YouTube, I treated it as if I was really debuting in Korea, which I never did, I know. But I took it very serious with the same mindset, working out, dieting, getting my mindset right, and taking care of my appearance. By the end of all of this preparation and training, I could finally look at myself again in the mirror and recognize who I am. It's like I died and came back to life. You're not still watching, are you? It's not my intent to make people sad, but it's my life story, and I know I'm a very complicated person. But I promise that my heart is in the right place. Yes, you are right. I know what you're thinking. I've changed my channel direction many times, even the name. But to me, I learned that it is my testimony on how passionate I am about YouTube and creating content. I've been on here for more than 15 years, and although I was creating all sorts of different content as I grew up, the one thing that was constant through all of the change was the satisfaction that I gained from connecting with the viewers and cultivating a community, which I dearly miss. This time around, now that I'm more mature and I know what I want and who I am, I want to focus it on the movement that resonates with me. The Hallyu genre, something that I enjoy. Sometimes, doors close for a reason. And maybe in my case, it's because YouTube was the right one for me all along. So huge shout out to those of you who stood by my side and held hope that I would return someday and not giving up on me. I owe it to you. I'm back and I'm super excited going forward. So in short, to sum it all up, I messed up a lot, but I learned through it and I grew through it. But deep down, I'm still the same guy who likes to have a good time, is silly, and has that desire to make sure that everyone that is around me is having a good time. So join me on this endeavor, please. So if you made it to this point in the video, please comment down below, back and better. Back and better. I see you, real ones. Thank you for being with me. 감사합니다. 진짜로 감사합니다. 다음에 다시 만날게요. 오케이, 안녕.